If you're going through a valley right now, and this is the biggest adjustment that you can make, the biggest adjustment you can make in the valley may be an attitude adjustment. Where I'm not going to choose fear anymore. I'm not going to choose worry, anxiety, and doubt anymore, but I'm going to choose faith. I'm going to realize that even in the valley, God is present, that God is with me. He has not left me. He has not forsaken me. He's not abandoned me. He's not forgotten about me. He's not left on vacation and left me to fend for myself. No, he is with me in the valley. Sometimes we're like, God, I think he just forgot about me. No, he's with you the entire time. We're complaining, we're getting fearful when we're in the valley. No. Let's choose faith. See, because you are never alone. God is with you. It says that he's your ever-present help. It says this in Psalm chapter 46, verse 1. It says, God is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in trouble. Here, a very present help. He's not just distant. He's not just watching you. He's not just like, oh, well, I don't know what's going on over there. He's not unaware. He says he's not just present, but he's a very present help. Like he is there. He knows the details, the intricacies. He knows the situation before you even knew the situation. He is our refuge and our strength, a very present help in time of trouble. And so therefore, we don't have to worry about threats. We don't have to worry about what lurks in the dark because God is in control. He is the one in control. You ever notice that things seem more scary in the dark than in the light? I remember as a kid, sometimes I have to take out the trash, and I take out the trash, and it was kind of down, it was a little ways from where I had to go, and I remember late at night taking out the trash. I take out the trash, put the cans out on the road, and I remember walking back from the trash can. As I'm walking, I get this feeling that somebody's watching me. I don't know if you ever had that. Maybe it's just me, like somebody's watching, and I'm walking. I'm like, I better walk a little bit faster. And then I'm walking a little bit, and before I know it, I'm like in a full-out run. I'm like running, like I better get away from this. And I stop and I look back, and nobody's there, right? Because things seem a lot scary in the dark. Or another time, I was, I think I was around 14 years old, and it was one of my first times out bow hunting. I was with my dad, and we're out bow hunting, and he brought me out there deep into the woods, and like the time of the morning that nobody should be awake, I'm pretty sure. And so goes way out there. I got a climbing tree stand. I hook it on the tree. I go way up in the trees. It's pitch black out, so I don't even see what's going on. I climb up in the tree, and I'm sitting there with my bow, and I'm just waiting, for a deer or something to come by. I don't really care. I just kind of want to go home because I'm cold right now. And so I'm up in the tree, and I'm waiting, and as the sun starts to come, I start seeing shadows coming, and I see a bear off to my side, and it's just looking at me, and I'm like, oh, no. Like I am some bear's breakfast. And I'm just there and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm like nervous. And I'm like, all I got's a bow. I don't even know if I could hit this thing. I don't know what it would do. And this was at a time where now we see bear everywhere. We're like, oh, look at the bear. Like this wasn't at that time. I was like terrified. I'm like, this thing is going to eat me. And I'm watching this and I'm watching it over the next half hour. And he's not moving. He's just like looking. Like he's just waiting for me to come down, waiting for me to make a false move. And I'm waiting. The sun gets brighter, brighter, brighter. And I realized it was a tree stump the entire time. Yeah, I felt like a really brave person at that moment. So I don't think I've told this story until now. It's taken me this long to kind of get over it. Here's the thing, though, right? Things look a lot scarier in the dark. We see these things, and we start getting fear and worry and anxiety and doubt, only to realize it wasn't even anything. I had no reason to be afraid in that time. It's interesting, too. It says, even though I go through the valley of the what? Shadow. Anybody here ever been hit by the shadow of a truck before? Anybody ever been bit by the shadow of a dog before? Like it's just a shadow. It's just a shadow. Like the shadow can't actually do anything to you, right? It's just a shadow. And it says here we go through the valley of the shadow of death. Here's the thing about shadows, right? Is shadows make things seem bigger than they really are. The shadow's always bigger. The shadows it's scary. But here's the thing, the shadow's not the real thing. It says, even though I go through the valley of the shadow of death, I see the shadow of it, and I'm feeling a little bit afraid. But here's the thing, you know what a shadow is? A shadow in your notes is a shadow only momentarily blocks the light. That's what it is. A shadow momentarily blocks the light. and it prevents the light from being cast onto you. So therefore you see a shadow. And for many of us, we're living in the shadow of a lot of things, and we're not seeing the light of Christ. We're not seeing God at work, perhaps because this obstacle, this difficulty, this trouble, this sickness that's blocking the light only momentarily, but it's only a shadow. It's not even the real thing. Why are we afraid? The valley of the shadow of death. Why are we so afraid of death and dying? We're so afraid of these things. And yet he says, it's just a shadow. Look what it says here in 1 Corinthians. Paul is writing to the church in Corinth. He says, oh, death, where's your victory? This is almost like taunting words here, right? It's like the thing that we're so terrified. We're so terrified of death and dying and all of these things. He's like, oh, death, hey, death, where's your victory? Oh, death, where's your sting? Come on, you talk a big talk, but where's your sting? For sin is the sting that results in death, and the law gives sin its power. He's saying, you know what? You can take my life if you want, and it's only going to put me face to face with my Savior. And so it doesn't matter. It's only a shadow. I'm not worried, and I'm not afraid of any death because Jesus removed the sting from death. See, death can only cast a shadow. We don't need to be afraid anymore because Jesus removes the sting. The reason that we can face these fears head on is because what it says in that verse, though I go through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. See, God's presence is with us. He's that very present help in time of need. He's by your side through the thick and thin, through the ups and the downs, through the mountaintops and the valleys. He is with you. Imagine being in a dark forest late at night, and it seems so scary until somebody else is there with you, and they got a flashlight. They're saying, hey, you come with me. I know the way, and I'm not as scared anymore because someone is with me, and that someone is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God Almighty. Our good shepherd is with us in the valley, and therefore we don't need to be afraid no matter what the world throws at us. See, even in times that we don't see the light, we don't need to be afraid because God is with us. In your notes, God is in the valleys. God is in the valleys. And when God is with us, nothing can prevail against us. It says in Romans 8:31, what shall we say about such wonderful things as these? If God is for us, who can ever be against us? That's a question. Who can be against you if God is for you? Who? You're kind of timid. They're like, I don't know. Who can? Nobody can. Right? God is the most strong, the most powerful. He is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. If God is for us, who can be against us? Nobody. Nobody can be against us. And the valleys, they won't last forever. He says, even though I walk, what? Through the valleys. He's not saying, oh, I'm going to just leave you there in the valley. I'm just going to abandon you there in the valley. I'm going to forget about you in the valley. He says, even though I walk through the valley. See, God is taking us through it. In other words, it's a temporary place. I'm going through it. He's not leaving you in it. He's never leaving you, never forsaking you, and he's going to protect you through the valleys. Then he goes on to say, the rod and the staff. I got a rod here. See, this is like what he's talking about when he's talking about a rod. He says, your rod and staff, right? They come from me. See, this is like a shepherd's rod. A shepherd's rod was kind of like a baseball bat. This is what David would grab, like, a lion or a bear, and he would just club this thing to death. I mean, I don't know. That's crazy stuff. So he would take this, and every shepherd had one of these. They would use it to defend their sheep against predators. They would hit the animals. They would do whatever they had to do. They would also use it in a less severe form to discipline the sheep, to kind of like navigate them, to kind of pull them back around. It's a symbol in the Bible of God's authority and his protection for us. It's a symbol of God's ability to keep his people safe. He's like, okay, you want to mess with my sheep? Come on, let's go. It's like if you're a sheep and you know that your shepherd is like ready to go at a moment, like, I don't need to be afraid. I'm not afraid of what's coming because I know that my shepherd's got a rod and he knows how to beat up some stuff. Like he's like a little bit crazy, like he wants to. He wants to go after these predators. He says, your rod and staff, they come from me. So we got the rod there. Oh, that's going to work. There we go. And then he's got the staff, which is more like this, a shepherd's crook. Right? So they would have two. They would have two of these things. They'd have the rod, and they have the staff. Now, this staff was like a long stick with a hook on the end of it. And this had a lot of uses as well. for guiding sheep, but also for rescuing sheep. Imagine a sheep falling down into a ditch, and you can't quite reach it, and the shepherd would reach down, put it around their neck, and kind of just like pull them out. They kind of jerk them out a little bit and say, okay, I'm going to help you out. They'd use it to guide their sheep as they're trying to herd their sheep, trying to bring them into the pen. They're using their staff to guide them. The shepherd's also using it to just kind of lean on because they don't have anywhere to sit maybe. They're just standing there. They're just keeping guard the whole time. They're watching. And this symbolizes, in the Bible, symbolizes the comfort, the guidance, the assistance that God wants to give each and every one of us. It represents God's care for his sheep, for you and me. And you notice the rod and the staff, they show God's protection and guidance. See, God is the one who wants to protect us. He's the one who will guide us. He says, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Some of us, we look at these things like, oh, I don't know. I don't know about God's discipline. I don't know about this. I don't know if I really want God to direct me. I'm not so sure about all of this. No, it's there to comfort us, to protect us, to guide us. That's what he wants to do. The rod shows his protective power, keeping them safe, defending them. And the staff shows God's guidance, shows his presence, his willingness to pull us out of the situations that we may face, to lead us into the right paths. He's providing comfort and guidance in times of trouble. We'll close with this verse in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. It says, so be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them, for the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. Look at this last line. Underline this last line. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. Some of you, you may feel like God has failed you. You may feel like God has abandoned you. You're like, well, how could God let this happen? Like, I don't know how a good, loving God could allow this thing to happen in my life. It seems like God has failed me. It seems like God has abandoned me. Here he says, he will neither fail you or abandon you. He's your ever-present help in time of need. He's the one we can depend on, the one we can rely on. And even in life's darkest moments, we can find comfort and we can find strength in the presence of God, knowing that he is with us. He is with us now. His protection, his guidance, his comforting presence gives us the assurance that we can face any situation in life without fear, that we can go through any valley without fear because he is with us. And even in the dark valleys, God is with us, and he never leaves us, and he never forsakes us. And you may be facing a valley right now. And I think the message is that you don't need to be afraid. All we got to do is we got to keep our eyes on the shepherd. We need to be aware of the presence of the shepherd, that he is with us, that he is guiding us, that he is protecting us, he is providing for us. God is with you, and he's pulling you back on track, and he's defending you, and he's bringing comfort by being with you. So no matter what it is that we face, we know that he is there with us. And some of us, we're facing things, and we're feeling overwhelmed, and we're feeling fearful, and we're feeling like we're in the valley of the shadow of something. Maybe it's the valley of the shadow of death. Maybe it's the valley of the shadow of addiction or debt or loss or all kinds of things, sickness or disease, all kinds of things. We're in this valley right now, and we think that God must have abandoned me. He couldn't have let this happen to me. How could God let this happen? Let me tell you, he is there. He is a very present help. He is there with you. He is guiding you. He's not going to leave you there, but he's going to bring you through it because he is our good shepherd, and his rod and his staff, they comfort us because he is our protection, he is our guidance, he is our peace, and he is the one who will bring us through the valleys that we face.